I'm in this great long cavern, this tunnel with large gray stone that's been chiseled out, and it's triangulated and lit so that the points seem like diamonds. And I walk a very long way through the tunnel and enter into this vast space, kind of like the floor area of a Walmart, with polished floors and people everywhere. And they're gathered at different areas in the floor space. All around this space are suspension artists. And they're lying on a diagonal, and their foreheads rest on the ground. And their dress is something like white cellophane with a face hole cut out. And we stare at this, all of us here gathered in this Walmart-like floor space. And we sit down, and it's very hippie shit, you know? Like, we're all sitting down, and somebody in the crowd towards the back, with motley dress, is sitting right behind me, and he starts yelling a critique. And seemingly the artist, the creator, is in this space in the front, performing, lying on this diagonal, resting on their forehead. And their critique enrages me. They're yelling it right in my ear. And so I stand up in the middle of this crowd and do something entirely unlike myself in real life. But I look down at him and I say, "Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth!" Until he stops talking. But I repeat this again and again and again. And he keeps trying to be heard. And we're doing this linguistic battle back and forth. His critique continues, and my wish to silence him continues, until there's nobody left, not even the performance. Eventually he goes off too, and I'm left alone in this empty Walmart-like space, this cavernous space, with no displays left. And I go searching again through the tunnels and through the caves with the diamond-lit, triangulated stone, and I don't care much for it anymore. And I'm looking for something in particular. And I find a map. And the map is a topographical image of this gallery or museum or whatever it is. And it's in the shape of a person. And I wake up. So this talk is kind of about who do we choose to listen to. And I have another example. I'm at the laundromat one day, and I'm folding my laundry, and in comes this haggard old beatnik. And on his forehead rests a pair of sunglasses. And his shirt hangs open, and he's got all these terribly meaningful leather lanyards with pendants on them. And he's waltzing in, kind of looking around and mumbling to himself. And I don't think he's saying anything to me. Nothing in particular, anyway. But when he finishes his statement, his eyes rest on me. And being the polite person I am, I say, "Pardon me?" And his line, I hope I get it correctly, is, "I don't like to repeat myself much, man. You'll learn that someday." My reaction is, "Fuck you, you stupid beatnik. Why should I even fucking care?" But my words are, "Well, thanks very much. Have a nice day." And and I take my laundry away. So I guess the last instance of this talk that I want to give tonight about who we listen to is a bit anecdotal. It's during the aftermath of one of the most important operas to come out in the 20th century, Strauss's Salome, which is based on Salome by Oscar Wilde. And it's met with rapturous approval by everyone that's seen it. And this includes the biggest opera composers of the day. It may have even included Adolf Hitler in attendance.
Nice.
It's the most popular opera, and yet the most challenging opera. Critics were praising it as a new Satanism for the stage. Anyway, in a stagecoach, heading back to Munich from the town of Graz in Austria, where it was being performed, Gustav Mahler, a competitor of Richard Strauss, who composed Salome, is sitting with his wife and an unnamed person and a poet named Peter Rosserberg. And Mahler is trying to figure out why the people understand this play. One of the greatest works of art, one of the greatest masterworks that's been put on, in his opinion. How can this possibly be popular? How can this be met with approval the instant it hits the stage? And in a very poetic way, Peter Rosserberg speaks in Latin, saying, "The voice of the people is the voice of God." And Mahler's reply is very instant. He says, "Do you mean the voice of the people now, or the voice of people over time?" And nobody has an answer to that question. Anyway, thank you very much.